Let's take a look at questions about ancient African civilizations. These questions often appear on the Global Studies Regents. Well, the main idea, the key idea, is that many ancient African civilizations had great wealth and culture. This is a central idea. And examples of this would be Timbuktu, which had great literature and trade. The Egyptians had great pyramids and ruled much of the ancient world. The kingdoms of Mali and Ghana traded in salt and gold. And another example that's always in the regions is that Mansa Musa was a great African leader of Mali who helped to spread Islam. So these are examples of great African civilizations and leaders. Again, the central idea about any question dealing with ancient African civilizations is that they had great wealth and culture. That is the central idea. That's what you've got to keep in mind when you answer Regents questions about this topic. So let's take a look at a few Regents questions that we're giving over several years, but you'll see the same topic, the same idea, rather being repeated in that topic. Number 1, the king is a declared enemy of the Jews. He will not allow any to live in the city. If he hears it said that a Berber merchant frequents them or does business with them, he confiscates his goods. There are in Timbuktu numerous judges, teachers, and priests, all properly appointed by the king. He greatly honors learning. Many handwritten books imported from Barbary are also sold. There is more profit made from this commerce than from all other merchandise. This is written by Leo Africanus, a description of Africa. Well, the question reads, this passage suggests that Timbuktu was a city that, 1, participated frequently in war, 2, emphasized literacy and trade, 3, protected the human rights of all citizens, or 4, selected political leaders through democratic elections. Let's eliminate any choice that doesn't fit our main idea. Remember our main idea? Let's go back and take a look at it once again. Here is our main idea. Many African civilizations had great wealth and culture, and Timbuktu is an example of a civilization that had great literature and trade. Again, your main idea chart has all of the key connections you need to answer any of these questions. Let's take a look at the question again. Which ones don't fit the main idea? Well, he participated frequently in war. That is not a main idea that was in our chart, something that's linked to Timbuktu. Not at all. So we can eliminate that. Okay. Number 2, emphasize literacy and trade. That sounds right. Let's hold on to that. Is human rights an idea that's linked to great African civilizations? Not in our chart, and that's not what the main idea is all about. We're not saying that didn't occur, but we're saying that's not the central theme that is being asked about when it comes to ancient African civilizations. Finally, did they select political leaders through democratic elections? Once again, that is not our main idea. What is our main idea is that trade and literacy, and if you didn't know what literacy meant, well, obviously, I shouldn't say obviously, but what it really means is the ability to read and write correctly, effectively. And we know from our chart that Timbuktu and other African civilizations had great literacy, great education, and also there was the ability to trade and to prosper through trade. If you go back to your chart, you'll see it again. Many ancient African civilizations had great wealth and culture. And that idea, this number 2, matches really well with that central idea. That would be your answer. We've got time for one more. Okay. Question number 2 tells us Timbuktu is known as a great center of learning and trade. Walls of Zimbabwe reveal a powerful and rich society. Complex culture produces brass sculptures in Benin. And the question is, what generalization can be made on the basis of these statements? Well, the answer, let's eliminate what's not true. Again, sticking to our main idea. Does our main idea tell us that most African societies, let's look at choice 4, most African societies were hundreds of years behind Asian societies? No, we want to cross that out. That doesn't work for us. North African societies were more advanced than South African societies? We know nothing of the sort. That's not in our chart. That's not a main idea here. It's not true. Some African societies achieved a high level of economic and cultural development. Would that fit correctly with, again, the main idea from our chart? Certainly does. That's the central theme that the Regents wants you to learn about great African civilizations. They were filled with culture and they prospered through trade, both historical realities and truth, and that's the central idea. So then your answer would be number 2. Some African societies achieved a high level of economic and cultural development. Be careful, because you see, you might want to say religious beliefs were the most important element in many African societies, but that's not a main idea. That's not central, and these facts don't support that. So your answer is choice 2.